Matthew Knies, one of the Toronto Maple Leafs' brightest prospects, has been struggling to regain his offensive rhythm since returning from injury. For Leafs fans, including this journalist, it's impossible to ignore Knies' importance to the roster, especially during such a critical part of the season. However, recent developments show that the young talent is still fighting to rediscover his best game, something that has already caught head coach Craig Berube's attention. Back in mid-November, during a game against the Vegas Golden Knights, Knies took a high hit from Zach Whitecloud that placed him in concussion protocol. The incident raised concerns among fans and the coaching staff, as Knies had been showing great potential as a key offensive piece. 10 days later, he returned to the ice, but the player we've seen since then has been a shadow of the promising version from before the injury. Following Saturday's 5-2 loss to the Washington Capitals, Berube publicly addressed Knies' situation. Since he's come back, he's not quite where he was at. The level he was at, we need to get him there. The effort's there, but there are little things he can do better and clean up. We need to get him back to that level, the coach said, showing both concern and determination to help the player. The numbers reflect this dip in performance. Since his return on November 30th against the Tampa Bay Lightning, Knies has appeared in 15 games, tallying just 3 goals and 7 points. Even more alarming, he hasn't scored in his last 7 games and has just 1 goal in his last 13 outings, which came against the Detroit Red Wings on December 14th. His last assist was on December 21st against the New York Islanders. The absence of Auston Matthews, an irreplaceable piece of the Leafs' offense, makes Knies' recovery even more critical. Without Matthews, the team needs other players to step up and take on the offensive burden, and Knies is one of the fans' hopes. On the bright side, the young forward's defensive play has improved significantly this season, earning him valuable minutes on the penalty kill. Even so, the coaching staff has noted that Knies has fallen back into some habits from his college hockey days. He hasn't always made the safest or smartest decisions on the ice, which has disrupted the flow of play in crucial moments. These lapses have been a point of frustration for fans who are well aware of the immense potential the young player possesses. It's clear that the pressure is mounting on Knies, but Leafs fans have reasons to believe in his recovery. He's shown resilience before, and with the support of Berube and the rest of the coaching staff, he can overcome this challenging phase. The upcoming weeks will be crucial for him to regain his confidence and return to being the dynamic player who impressed so much in his debut. The Leafs are off until Tuesday, giving Knies and the coaching staff a window of time to make adjustments. This break could be exactly what the player needs to reset his game, both physically and mentally. As a passionate fan, I firmly believe this is only a temporary setback. Knies has shown flashes of brilliance before, and with hard work, he can return to being one of the team's standout players. More than ever, the Toronto Maple Leafs need their young talent to shine and keep the team competitive in a season full of challenges. Fans like me will be cheering not just for wins, but for Knies' resurgence, as he could be a decisive factor for the Leafs in the playoffs. Let's trust the process and support our young star as he works his way back to form. After all, what would the Leafs be without the passion and hope of their loyal fans? Matthew Knies has shown he has the tools to be a future star for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but even the best prospects face adversity, and this season has been no different for the young winger. His recent struggles have highlighted just how challenging the transition to the NHL can be, especially when combined with the pressure of filling in for a superstar like Auston Matthews. However, adversity often builds character, and this could prove to be a pivotal moment in Knies' development. One area where Knies has notably improved is his defensive game. While his offensive production has dwindled since returning from injury, his commitment to the defensive side of the puck has not gone unnoticed. This season, Knies has become a reliable penalty killer, a role he didn't previously hold. His ability to adapt and contribute in this capacity speaks volumes about his work ethic and willingness to improve, even in areas where he might not have been expected to excel. That said, it's clear the Maple Leafs need more from him offensively. Knies' natural ability to create scoring chances and his knack for finding soft spots in the defense were major reasons for the excitement surrounding his arrival. His struggles to find the back of the net in recent games may be attributed to a lack of confidence, something that can be addressed through strong coaching and support from his teammates. Craig Berube's public comments about Knies may seem harsh to some, but they underscore the high expectations the organization has for him. Berube is known for his ability to develop young players and push them to reach their potential. His remarks weren't meant to discourage Knies but to challenge him to rise to the occasion. The coach's approach has worked with other players in the past, and there's reason to believe it will do the same for Knies. The timing of Knies' slump is particularly difficult for the Leafs, who are navigating a period without Auston Matthews. Without their franchise center, the team's secondary scoring has become even more critical, and players like Knies are expected to step up. The silver lining is that adversity often creates opportunities for young players to grow, and this could be a chance for Canis to prove he can handle the pressure. Canis' struggles also highlight the importance of patience when it comes to young players. It's easy to forget that he's still adjusting to the pace and physicality of the NHL, especially after missing time due to injury. Fans and analysts alike should remember that player development isn't always linear, and even the best prospects need time to find their footing. Offensively, one of the biggest challenges for Canis has been maintaining consistency. Before his injury, he was a dynamic force who contributed regularly, but since his return, he struggled to replicate that impact. This isn't uncommon for young players recovering from injuries, as regaining timing and confidence can take longer than expected. The coaching staff will need to work closely with him to identify and address the root causes of his recent struggles. Another factor to consider is the mental toll of playing in a hockey market as intense as Toronto. The city's passionate fanbase and media scrutiny can create additional pressure, especially for a young player trying to establish himself. Canis' ability to navigate this environment will be a critical part of his development, and he'll need support from teammates, coaches, and fans to succeed. As the Leafs prepare for their next game, there's hope that the break will give Canis a chance to reset. The team's schedule has been grueling, and a few days off could allow him to work on his game and regain the confidence that made him such an exciting prospect in the first place. It's also an opportunity for the coaching staff to focus on specific areas of improvement, both offensively and defensively. For fans, it's important to remember that Matthew Canis is still in the early stages of what could be a long and successful NHL career. While his recent struggles are frustrating, they're also a reminder of the challenges every young player faces. If there's one thing Leafs fans can do, it's to remain patient and continue supporting Canis as he works through this tough stretch. With his talent and determination, there's no doubt he'll come out stronger on the other side. Matthew Canis' situation presents an intriguing case study in the development of young NHL talent. His early performances this season showcased a rare combination of skill, vision, and hockey IQ that left fans and analysts buzzing. However, his post-injury struggles are a stark reminder of how delicate a player's momentum can be in the face of adversity. The Maple Leafs now find themselves in a position where nurturing his confidence and growth is just as important as demanding immediate results. One area where Canis has fallen short recently is his puck management. Before his injury, he demonstrated excellent decision-making in tight spaces, often creating scoring opportunities by outsmarting defenders. Since his return, however, he's been prone to turnovers and forced plays that stifle offensive momentum. This is likely a symptom of trying to do too much, a common trait among young players eager to contribute during a slump. Canis' struggles also raise questions about how the team is utilizing him. While his increased defensive responsibilities on the penalty kill are a testament to his versatility, they may also be diverting focus from his offensive game. Finding the right balance between defensive contributions and offensive creativity will be key for the coaching staff as they work to get the most out of him.